Zakayo must go. 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 Zakayo must go.
Pasua yote.
Hata tusipoingia tumevunja.
Tumevunja.
Tusipoingia tumevunja.
person, there is no amount of weapons in the hands of their policemen. There is no amount of soldiers and army that they may have, any country may have, that can ever overpower the will of determined people. The policemen that you are seeing in that video, they are looked humble or a little bit like arms down. It's because they can see what they are dealing with. Do you understand that? If things become so rowdy, they were outnumbered. They will kill some people, or all of them too will die. Do you understand what I mean? These numbers that they have, they were able to immobilize or demobilize many of their trucks that the trucks they used in bringing their soldiers, their policemen. Most of them were demobilized by those younger people, those young people. They came with their own gas masks. I told you about this before. You don't go to a protest that you want to deal with criminals that are willing and ready to shoot and kill you. And then you go there with a placard and soli. You must be willing and ready that if they have to come at you, at least before some of you are not fully geared or protected, when they are running for cover, those of you that are geared, you will keep up the number, keep up the momentum, and you are the ones that will wear them out. Also, there's no number of military or policemen they have in Kenya that can actually take the people out anymore. A lot of people are already awake, and their protest is not happening in, let's say, in the cities. You need to go to the remote areas as well. And as we speak, since the National Assembly has been taken over, ruined, destroyed, nobody can sit and pass any bill there. There are always politicians too who are part of the system that somehow, they will always switch sides. It's always normal. It is the time you will get to know those who are, if they are given an option, they will always be on the side of the people, which is on the on the populist side. The people is always going to be the ones with the power. All these abuses you are facing in Nigeria, it is because you let them. But what do you want us to do? Look at those ones who are your mates. Kenya, 55 million. Tribalized, ethnicized, religionized, corrupt. But guess what? There's always enough that people can take. I heard people saying that it's already cooking in Nigeria too. Well, maybe those ones who are with them sharing the 160 million cars and the rest of that, they better start getting ready. Or if they don't get ready to switch side, when the whole Kasala will burst inside that contraption too, you will not see Hausa, you will not see Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, or anything. All of you will eventually unite one of these days. And you're going to see all of your criminal leaders as one tribe of criminals. You will see them as one religion of criminals. You will see them as one ethnic of criminals, and you have nothing in association with them. So you want them down. A few of them will probably speak out. Let's go back to Kenya again, when politicians are now going after themselves. We told you, we know all of this. We will go after them. People should, like that. Yeah.
The epicenter of the demonstrations that we are seeing against this regime, and also as an elected member of this House. Number one, we want to thank the members of Azimio who heeded the call of our constituent parties to drop any and all amendments that they had proposed to the finance bill in response to the call by Kenyans that what they want to see is a total repudiation, a total rejection of the proposals by the Kenya Kwanza regime and not amendments. So we want to assure members of the public that the 76 members of ODM who voted no, the 108 members of Azimio who voted no in the second reading of this bill will be there to stand with Kenyans again at the third reading, and our position is you cannot amend something that is as bad as what it is that has come from the Kenya Kwanza regime. Number two, we want to condemn the police in the strongest terms possible and the regime itself, because despite the promises that were made during the campaigns that we will not see instruments of state being used against those who would dissent against this government being used, we have seen goons raiding homes of innocent young people at 2 a.m., very ungodly hours. The ungodly president is raiding people's homes at ungodly hours. At 2 a.m., they picked up Gabriel Oguda from his house here in Nairobi, and the others that the leader has read out their names, including Kina Osama, were picked up from their houses, not from the streets. And we want to say that you must release Gabriel Oguda unconditionally and immediately. And all the others who have been arrested or actually kidnapped by the police and some ghouls working at the behest of William Ruto. Number 3, we want to commend the young people who have continued to pile the pressure on members of parliament to ensure that the voices of the people are heard. I want to say this again. Be afraid not. You have nothing to fear. This is your country, and you will take this movement to its logical conclusion. We are here on standby. If there is any need or requirement or help you need from us, let us know, and we will do it. I want to speak to the Kenya police, my brothers and sisters in uniform. Those young children on the streets are not your enemies. The enemy is the one shipping you to Haiti. Despite the position of the people of Kenya that we do not support the deployment of police to Haiti, he is shipping off our police officers. And to add insult to injury, he's only paying them a fifth of what they were supposed to be paid on that particular mission. We are being told our police officers have been paid only 20,000 shillings to go to Haiti. Yet William Ruto was given $100 million by the US government for this particular mission. He is eating 80% of that money and sending you off to face those people in Haiti. And it is against the wishes of the people of Kenya. So I want our police officers to know that the public is not your enemy. We are fighting on the same side. Even here in Parliament, members of the police officers who work here were supposed to be added money, 20,000 shillings in addition to the allowances they receive here. Their boss came here and told them that they told the leadership of Parliament that if police officers working here are added money to their salaries, at wataharibu kazi. And yet these people are working for the Republic of Kenya. The bosses in the police force plus Ruto are the enemy, not the young people in the streets there. So please, stop brutalizing these young people. We are on the same side. In fact, the police should be joining these young people to say Ruto must go. Number 3, the country is bigger than William Ruto. What you are seeing out there is a total repudiation of William Ruto and what he stands for. The entire country has risen up to say Ruto must go. We want the president, because he has failed at this particular moment in time, even withdrawal of that bill will not be enough. William Ruto, resign as president of the Republic of Kenya, because you have failed Kenyans. From your own home in Sugoi, all the way up the mountain, down the lake, across the coast, Kenyans are saying, you go, because you have failed as a president of the Republic of Kenya. Lastly, we will protect the freedoms that we are hard fought for in this country. We are hearing plans of them trying to shut down live broadcasting of these proceedings, including the proceedings out in the streets. We are being told there are plans to shut down the internet. We want them to know, whether in the light or in the darkness, all these evil people will fall. Whether they shut down media or not, all these people will fall, because the people of Kenya have said, this is enough. Enough is enough. William Ruto, you must resign as the president of the republic. You have failed the people of Kenya. I thank you.
Honorable Speaker, as I second, of course, even though we didn't discuss this in the House Business Committee, the leader majority has explained to me, and I think it is an innocent motion, Honorable Speaker. I will second it. But as I do so, Honorable Speaker, I'm reminded that, and I'm happy with your ruling, your directive to the leader majority on the issue I raised earlier. I'm very happy with that in 2 hours' time we shall get some feedback. But I'm also reminded that in addition to Oguda, there are other 7 Kenyans who are also under abduction. And these are Osama, one called Dre, Tempa CR7, Harriet, Shad Kiprono, Franje, and Waldsmith. These are young Kenyans. They are basically Gen Z, who are also missing.
They are also parliamentary staffers?
No.
They are not?
They are not. They are Kenyans. Yes. There are Kenyans who are patriotic, Honorable Speaker. So as the leader majority consults with the IG of police, Mr. Comey, let the IG also come forth with the whereabouts of these other 7 Kenyans. Honorable Speaker.
Pass on the names to the majority leader.
Yes.
Right. But they did not finish when the young people took over the parliament. And so many of them right now, they are currently in hiding, especially those ones who voted yes. These are the missing and believed to have been abducted Kenyans. These are the missing Kenyans believed to have been abducted by the Ruto's government in their effort to stop today's showdown protests. So as we speak, the next line of action is to see if Ruto would have to go, indeed, resign. Because as they are saying now is that people have died. So he's lost credibility. He won't resign. He's an African president. It's not possible. So they said he should resign and just go. Withdrawing that bill is never going to even make it up to them. So which means whatever we have witnessed today, it is not over. I can promise and assure you of that. So tomorrow will be another day, right? So to the Kenyans, we just want you to know that a lot of us are rooting for you. To the Nigerians, I know a lot of you want to see that thing happen. But you should always remind yourselves, if you are still if you are still waiting for people abroad to come back, before you will know that you need to actually face these rogues yourselves, then maybe all this whole thing is lost on you. So I'll leave you to it. Let's go back to that Nigeria. Here is their Senate president. I mean, listen, this is number 3 man in Nigeria.
Legislator with great experience, a former chief whip of the House of Representatives, and a great representative of the good people of Borno State. So we value him a lot, and that's why we are here. And to say that, yes, we also condole with the governor and the good people of the entire senatorial district and the state as a whole. And to assure you that the 10th Senate is alive to its responsibilities of catering for the welfare of Nigerians through legislation. We'll continue to do our best. And with him guiding us, very experienced, we cannot go wrong. To dispense the rumor that you are hearing that the Senate President said that he will buy a brand new plane for the President and the Vice, irrespective of the fact that Nigerians are hungry or whatever. I never said that. I was actually in Tanzania, in Zanzibar. So this is the handiwork of propagandists and people who never see and feed columnists who never see anything good in what we are doing. Just be rest assured. Pray for the government, have patience, and be assured that the combination of Tinubu and Shetima will bring wealth and prosperity to all. Borno, I'm happy to see that peace has returned to Borno, and this is also as a result of the hard work of the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to urge the good people of Borno to continue to support President Tinubu and his Vice President. Legislator with great experience.
Nuisance, Lily.
Our nuisance to Nigeria now. Those are the people who we just want the people to always pray for the president. I want them to continue to pray for the president so that the president can bring prosperity to all of us. We are the 10th House of Assembly. We are the best. We are doing everything to make sure that our life of our people are better. Where was I the last time when they said that I wanted to buy a plane for Tifnumbu again? Zanzibar. I was in Zanzibar, Tanzania. I can't wait to see the real generation that is not going to be so scared about what they told them in the Quran and in the Bible that they used to scare them away or bow them, bow the knee, bow your head for your leaders. I mean, I hope, you know, because I do know that too, that my work on this platform has its own audience. And most of you who are prominent here, all of now we be say we don't grow thick teeth like that. No. Majority of you are older, watching Mayegu's Diary Political. I think, you see, when they watch, they will be like, Mayegu, I don't know. I just, every time I watch you like this, I just became so sad. Mayegu, this is your program tonight, I was crying, literally. Because this platform just reminds you of what should have been done. And a lot of you look at yourself, you're like, I wish I am like 30 years younger. And I know all these things I am knowing now. But now that you see that there's nothing you can really do, have you not noticed? There are some of you now on this platform, it's always asking people, we need to do something. All of us need to write. See, our people need to stand up. Our people need to, because you know that you are older now, you can't really do much anymore, even if you wish. And you really wish these younger people would do something. I wish these younger people, I wish I am still young. I would have gone after all these people. I would have carried on. I said, Daddy, calm down. I know. It feels like that. That is why my message and everything you get from here is specifically for a generation that is not going to bow down to Oli, Abi, Allah Akbar, and all of that. No, they won't bow to any of that when they are dealing with the criminals that are actually destroying their lives. I'm talking to a generation that is not going to be singing solidarity forever. So, no, I'm not talking to that generation. There's going to be a generation that's not going to sing soli. A generation that is not going to sing tribalism, or a generation that's not going to sing ethnicism or all those things. A generation that is not going to gather under the bridge or gather on the roadside. Generation that will actually go after the criminals like Akpabiole. Those are the people I'm creating my content for. They are seated there. They are wondering, wow. And they are looking up to some of you, the adults. Mom, is that true? And you're like, it's true, Jerry, my son, man. You see that Nigeria, it's only God. And your son is like, what do you mean it's only God that will fix it? Is everything Mayegun showing us or talking about, are they true, Mom? It is true, my dear. See that country, it's only God. Mom, what do you mean by it's only God that's going to fix it? So you mean everything Mayegun is saying is true? You know that? You do know, Mom? Say, yes, I know. Dad. So you actually know that, you know everything that Mayegun is talking about, you know? Say, yes, I do. And what did you do about it? Well, there's nothing we can do, Jare Junior. See, Mapami, listen, I am working hard to send you to school. I'm working hard to make you somebody in life, okay? Leave Nigeria problem alone. Nigeria will fix it. What do you mean I should leave Nigeria problem alone, Dad? Are you actually listening to Mayegun? Did you listen to him? There's no future. All your investment on me is going to be a waste. Why are you wasting your time struggling to pay my school fees when you know that it's never going to be useful in this place? Are you not thinking about that? I am talking to that generation. I'm not talking to some of you who are still doubting. The only thing I don't like about that Mayegun is because I wish Mayegun is born again. There are some of you who wishes that I am born again. There are some of you who wishes that he said that he was raised as Abdul Rashid, a Muslim. I really wish he stayed that way. It would have been a beautiful this or that. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm just here to make you feel guilty when you know the role you are playing in all of this. how you are enabling this madness in Nigeria in your own small way by gaslighting people, blackmailing people, discouraging people from speaking out. That is why you are watching me every evening. It is to make you feel guilty, whatever role you are playing in all of this. Because in Nigeria, all of us, they shout, say, all of them are bad. Every of these criminals, all these people. But majority of you, too, you have relationship with them. You know some of them. Some of you, you have benefited directly from them. But you are here, adding to the number of the viewers. You are making sense. My ego is true. But you are probably doing like this to me. You're wasting your time. I'm not talking to you. In case some of you don't know. A lot of you can't really be really useful anymore. Nigeria has dealt with a lot of us, Baba. 28 years of my life was spent in Nigeria. Do you really think if Nigeria was a real place, that 28 years would have just been like that? No, it won't. And there are many other 28-year-olds in Nigeria today who have no idea what their life is going to be about, what they want to do with their lives right now. You know? So when you come onto my platform that way, right, it is to make you feel guilty, in case if I haven't told you. A lot of you need to feel guilty. But